Hi, my name is Peter Bennett, and I'm the Principal Investigator for Isotope Project ER2535. Thank you for your time and interest in learning more about the application of compound-specific isotope analysis, or CSIA, to low concentrations of 1,4-dioxane in groundwater. I'd also like to thank each supporting scientist and collaborator at DoD, University of Waterloo Environmental Isotope Laboratory, North Carolina State University, ECT, Haley and Aldrich, and others who made this technology development and field validation possible. This project is an outcome of the Isotope Statement of Need issued in 2015, which called for research on natural attenuation processes affecting contaminants in groundwater. Here we focus on 1,4-dioxane, an emerging contaminant that is relatively widespread at groundwater sites and is often thought to be resistant to biodegradation. As you may already know, CSIA is a powerful tool for demonstrating the in-situ destruction of many common groundwater contaminants. It works by detecting a shift in stable isotope ratios comprising the contaminant of interest. This shift only occurs when that contaminant is subject to degradation. The shift is called isotope fractionation. Back in 2015, application of traditional CSIA methods to 1,4-dioxane in groundwater samples was limited to higher concentrations, generally in the 100 microgram per liter range. For CSIA to be more widely used at 1,4-dioxane sites, the capability to apply CSIA down to the 1 to 10 microgram per liter range for 1,4-dioxane was really critical because that's where natural attenuation processes are often most relevant. Because of my own experience using CSIA to demonstrate biodegradation of many other groundwater contaminants, I was motivated to find a way to apply CSIA to low concentrations of 1,4-dioxane in groundwater. With this project, we have accomplished this goal by developing a method to measure stable isotope ratios of carbon and hydrogen comprising 1,4-dioxane at low concentrations. 4 objectives of this research include: 1. Developing a method for performing CSIA of 1,4-dioxane in groundwater in the 1 to 10 microgram per liter range. 2. Assessing the fractionation of stable carbon and hydrogen isotope ratios during the aerobic co-metabolic biodegradation of 1,4-dioxane under controlled laboratory and field conditions. 3. Characterizing the typical range and isotope composition of 1,4-dioxane prior to degradation. And 4. Assessing CSIA as a tool to evaluate biodegradation of 1,4-dioxane at sites with different groundwater conditions. This project was conducted in 2 phases. Phase 1 primarily focused on method development in the laboratory. Phase 2 primarily focused on application of CSIA to 1,4-dioxane at 12 groundwater sites. This project has made several important contributions towards improving our understanding of the natural and enhanced biodegradation of 1,4-dioxane as follows. We have developed a method that allows for CSIA to document natural biodegradation processes in situ down to the 1 microgram per liter range in 1,4-dioxane. We have identified isotope fractionation trends that are diagnostic of certain 1,4-dioxane degradation processes. We have determined the isotope composition of 1,4-dioxane from 10 different suppliers as a way to provide a baseline range for comparison with field results. We have applied the method at 12 field sites and observed isotope fractionation trends consistent with degradation of 1,4-dioxane at 4 of these sites. And finally, the CSIA method developed herein is available at the University of Waterloo Environmental Isotope Laboratory for use on your project. I am pleased to report that other CERTUP and ESTCP project teams are using this method in their research on 1,4-dioxane biodegradation, and the method is already being applied at field sites by groundwater professionals. If you are considering applying CSIA for 1,4-dioxane on your project, please consider the following. Your strongest line of evidence from CSIA will stem from dual isotope enrichment trends, so it is important to analyze for both carbon and hydrogen isotope ratios. Other supporting lines of evidence are important to tell the complete story with respect to 1,4-dioxane attenuation. Having a sound conceptual site model with respect to 1,4-dioxane fate and transport at your site is important for developing a CSIA sampling plan. To develop realistic expectations for CSIA prior to developing your sampling plan, please review the case studies and lessons learned in our Phase 2 report on this website. In closing, thank you again for your interest in this project. Feel free to email me or call me with any questions. My contact information is provided on the website. I look forward to hearing of your experience in applying CSIA to 1,4-dioxane. Thank you.